Take fucking 300. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Another day, another episode of me copying Emma Chamberlain. But I'm having a lot of fun. I mean, like, she knows what she's doing. Like, this is great. I love doing this. Have you ever woken up from a dream and you were like, that definitely meant something. And then you go on random Google deep dives and scavenger hunts and to find the meaning, and after article after article after article, nothing feels right. But then you find the article that just clicks and you just know that it's the correct meaning. Well, I had one of those moments today. I had one of those dreams last night. I went on some road trip with Tana Mojo and her friends, Ari and Lila. We were at some creepy ass motel, and I mean, it was nice. Like, it was a nice hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, wherever we were, but you could just tell that something was off. It was just creepy. Like, you could just tell. Out of nowhere, Lila disappeared. Turns out she was playing some game where if you lose, you die. So she died, but for some reason turned into Madison Beer. Um, so the dream setting changed because it was a dream, and out of nowhere, I'm at my house. And Madison Beer is helping me get rid of these ghosts that are in my house because she's a ghost now. She can see them, and she knows that I'm like scared. I think there was a moment in the dream where she was like, "You need to go downstairs," and I was like, "I can't. I'm terrified because there's so many ghosts here." She goes, "Well, I know how to get rid of them." But for some reason, all of the ghosts were children. There was this one kid who like really spoke to me. Like, he really got to me. He was so cute. Because he reminded me a lot of myself when I was younger. He had a bunch of like open sores, open blisters all over his face, like really dried skin, like eczema all over his face. I had really bad eczema on my face when I was a kid. He started telling me that he died. I was like, "How did you die?" And he told me that he died from a tiger attack. And as he said that, his face turned into the real state of when he died, and it was really mortifying. Really graphic. There was like, yeah, there were just scratches all over his face. But, we had to get rid of him. It was super sad. I wanted to keep him because there was a couple other ghosts that I had kept for some reason. Like, I don't know why. In my dream, I guess I just didn't want my house to be completely empty, which makes sense. Like, in real life, I wouldn't want that to happen. So, like, imagine a very still, quiet, almost empty house. I just can't. Yeah, the kid told me his backstory. It was really sad. Madison is like, "You have to go downstairs. You have to go in the basement." And I was like, "Oh my God, like, I don't want to do this. Oh my God, it's the last thing I want to do." But I went anyway, and there was no ghosts in the basement for some reason. None at all. But to my surprise, I did find out that my dad had completely reorganized the basement. That was kind of that. A couple other things happened, but it's hard to explain. So when I woke up from this dream, I was kind of like taken aback. I had that moment where I was like, this means something. There's no way it doesn't. This has to mean something. So I looked it up. I did my little research. I don't remember what any of it was, so can't help you there. But after I had like done my research or whatever, and I was eating my breakfast, I started thinking, and I was like, so many people brush off their dreams as nothing. So many people just like disregard them. It was just a little hard for me to wrap my head around because I was like, dreams to me have always been a really important thing my whole life. Dreams to me are just like super important, and it's just like an intuitive ability that I gained to just wake up one morning and be like, "Oh my God, that means something." But I know it's not a unique experience that I'm having. Like, I know other people have that. I don't know. Sorry, I got really passionate about it. I'm not sorry, but like, I need to calm down. I mean, granted, sometimes your dreams really don't mean anything. You know, sometimes they really don't mean shit, and that's okay. Because your dreams are just like memory vomit, but more times than not, they mean something, okay? Let's unpack it. What is a dream? Like, what is a dream? A quick Google search, like, hello, bless me. A quick Google search will give you a surface level answer. The correct definition of a dream is a series of thoughts, images, and sensations occurring in a person's mind during sleep. So I tried to do some deep diving. It only lasted like 10 minutes, so there's not much I can provide, but there's a big lack of answers in terms of our dreams and what's happening while we dream. That lack of science is crazy to me. Scientists and researchers aren't 100% sure what happens when we sleep or dream. They speculate that during, the REM state, which is rapid eye movement, which is the deepest form of sleep you can experience, I think, other than coma. During REM, our subconscious mind opens its floodgates to all of the emotions, thoughts, feelings, actions, etc., that we suppressed during our waking life while we were awake. Hence, why your dreams are probably trying to tell you something. Because if you're unintentionally locking your feelings away, they're gonna find another way out, babe. It's really not rocket science over here. I guess there's really nothing more to add. Your dreams are an amalgamation of all of the things that you've suppressed during your waking life. So it makes sense why nightmares happen. It makes sense why you have dreams sometimes of a very specific thing that you had encountered that day before you fell asleep. Let's say you were having a conversation with someone and you just very briefly touched on the topic of frogs with them. Just so briefly, just said one little detail about a frog. That night, a frog will appear in your dream. And you wake up, you're like, that was weird. So it's certain synchronicities like that is like very telling to the fact that our dreams are always going to mean something. Well, not always, but more times than not, our dreams are going to mean something, okay? With this knowledge, with this insight, I like to use my dreams as a tool for self improvement. My dreams, or I guess analyzing my dreams, really help me open my mind to new perspectives in terms of self reflection. Because your dreams can indicate what's going on internally. I kind of think of my dreams as like a dashboard in a car or a dashboard anywhere, I guess, where you have different lights that will go off. I just made that up. I don't actually view my dreams as like that, but I actually might start because it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad analogy. I'm not even gonna lie. But like analyzing what's going on in your dreams, it's kind of like it's like checking in on yourself. And it's like really being like, am I okay? Am I stressed about something? Is there someone in my life causing me a lot of hurt? Am I causing myself a lot of unintentional pain and distress? A bunch of things like that. Another way in which I use my dreams as a resource instead of just something that is funny and just happens. I use my dreams for answers. I feel like your dreams can give you so much clarity and so many answers for problems that you might be having in while you're awake. Like, let's say you're going through some sort of breakup or you had some sort of fight and you're not really sure who's in the wrong. Maybe your dream will replay the whole instance. Of course, in a dream way, it won't be the same exact setting. Sometimes though, that happens. Or it's like a genuine suppressed memory that's just being replayed. Who knows? But let's say, you have a dream about the said situation. You can kind of look towards that dream to be like, as like a replay, as like a second chance to be like, oh, okay, I went wrong here. This person went wrong there. I should have done this. I should have done that. Or I guess, whatever.
Guys, this is kind of terrible advice because dreams are kind of unreliable because dreams are dreams. Okay, I don't know what I was like on when I recorded this. I was sober, but I was really tired, okay?
I know that I've done that a lot. I've done that so many times. I just think it's really worth looking at. I really think it's worth looking at. And I didn't write this down, guys. We're freeballing the rest of this. That's all I had, but there's more that I need to discuss. There is a huge spiritual element to dreams that people, again, like I said, are overlooking. Like answers. I just touched on how you can sort of use dreams for hindsight. But we need to talk about the fact that dreams can help with foresight as well. Have you ever had a prophetic dream, Prof? prophetic. Come on. That's the definition of meaning something. Have you ever had a dream where, I don't know, something specific really happens and then in the next day or week or so or month or even like a year, it comes to fruition and you have sort of a moment of deja vu where you're like, oh my God, this has happened before. I've dreamt about this. There's so many unanswered questions revolving our subconscious and the human's ability to tap into supernatural woo woo, spirituality sort of shit. So it's like it raises a bunch of questions about how is that possible that I'm having a dream about the potential future. I'm having a dream about someone's true intentions. I'm having a dream about something that I couldn't have picked up in the moment, but for some reason I did, and for some reason I'm here now, or something that I have a gut feeling about in the future. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. People will have those sort of moments and still feel like their dreams don't mean anything. Babe, you just predicted your dog's death. Sorry, that was really random and specific. That's never happened to me. I've never had a conversation with someone about that, but like, hello, it could happen. It's like because you have so much subconscious programming, your body can pick up on patterns before your mind can. And it will try to tell you this shit in your dreams. It'll try to tell you, hey, this person that you're around isn't good because I'm picking up on a lot of shit that I was feeling when you were friends with so and so or when you were in a relationship with so and so. It's kind of mirroring that, babe. Kind of deal with that or find out the hard way. Learn from the lessons or, face the consequences. I just think it's so worth it to look into your dreams and keep it. I know it's so cliche, and I'm sure you've heard this before everywhere. I hear this all the fucking time, but keep a dream journal. Keep a dream journal. Also, people have an issue of not dreaming at all. That can be due to a lot of stress. That can be due to smoking a lot or using a lot of substances before you sleep. Because when you smoke a lot of weed, I don't know about drinking because I don't do that. So get back to you on that one. But I know that when you smoke weed, yeah, it feels good to fall asleep with. It feels good to, rest with, but you're not actually getting a lot of rest because the cannabinoid, something about the cannabis will block out the state of REM. So you aren't actually reaching a full state of REM, which is incredibly crucial to that restful night sleep that you might be going after. It just delays the REM process, which is why have you ever smoked weed or taken an edible and you fall asleep and you just wake up groggy and even more tired than before? Because you're not actually getting rest. It feels like you are, but you're actually not. So I condone sober sleeping, but that's just me personally. Look into your dreams. They're trying to tell you something. I promise. They are trying to tell you something. Unless you just had a dream that is like you were eating cake. I don't know, but then you can still look up what does it mean to eat cake in a dream, and it will say something very philosophical, very thought provoking. I don't know. You would just be shocked with what you can find, and you would be shocked about the little details in your dreams that mean stuff and that can help you identify certain issues in your waking life. I don't know. This is why I need my notes because I'm just like going in circles and I'm not really providing a lot here. I'm also tired as fuck. I'm tired as hell. I woke up at 12:30 today after going to bed at 6 a.m. because I had to bring my sister to the airport all the way in Boston, which is like an hour and 30 minutes away. Ugh, just exhausted. I'm so like off of my. I haven't fucked up my circadian rhythm like that in a very long time. From like 13 to 18, I just like was a true night owl through and through. I was a night owl. I would go to bed at 7 a.m. and wake up at 3 p.m. I was completely nocturnal at that point. Well, not nocturnal, but you know what I mean. Then I graduated high school and I was like, well, I'm not going to college. I need to get my life together, or I need to have some sort of routine. And so I don't do that anymore. And I tend to go to bed at like 2, buckle my shoe, wake up at 9 or 10. Sometimes 11 on the weekends if I'm like real tired, but. And that's still not the ideal sleep schedule that I would like to have. I would love to be that bitch that wakes up at 7 a.m. and I go for a jog and I write in my journal and I express gratitude and I drink my green juice and I have my coffee and then I go to my workout class and then I take a shower and I do my full skincare routine. all before 9 a.m. But I'm not that girl yet. I'm not that girl yet. You know, I'm just a human. I'm just a girl. You know, I am just a girl. Yeah, I didn't have coffee today either. I hope that you learned something. I hope that this inspired you to go look up your dreams. I hope this inspired you to do anything, actually. Whether it's dream related or not, I hope you want to do anything after this video. Follow me on my socials, Ryzen Jackson, pretty much anywhere. And if it's not that exact username, I'm sure you can find me regardless. Follow me on Spotify, listen to my music. I want to start releasing more, but I just don't promise anything. I get too in my head about it. Yeah, love you. God, what a rough landing. I have no idea how to end these YouTube videos because I didn't write a conclusion. I didn't really finish my notes. I just said I need to record the video and I'll wing it. So it's a little chaotic. Sorry, I keep going. Okay, I have to go.